Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you'd like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to remind you guys something that is very, very important to remember when you're manifesting your desires. And this applies to any and all desires that you might be manifesting. But what I want to remind you, what I want you to remember always, is that your desire is your only reality. Your desire is your only truth. And your desire is the only thing that is relevant to you, or at least that should be relevant to you. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So why do we say that your desire is the only reality? That is quite simple. This is because your desire is what you're choosing for yourself. Your desire is what you're dwelling in, or at least what you should be dwelling in. Your desire dictates your dominant states, your dominant thoughts, dominant feelings, dominant emotions. What you align with, what state you align with, is determined by your desire. Your desire is your only reality and your only truth simply because it's the only thing that's relevant to you. When you know the law, and as you're practicing conscious manifesting, you realize that you're able to choose your reality. That means you're able to choose your states, your dominant inner energies that are actually aligned with that reality, with that version of the story, that version of your person, that version of your relationship, that version of your life, that version of yourself. And as such, everything else is irrelevant. Your circumstances, whatever these might be, are irrelevant. The 3D and what it's showing right now is irrelevant. They are all part of the old story. They are all reflections of who you used to be, of your past social conditioning, of your past patterns that you used to carry, of your past thoughts, your past assumptions, your past energies, and your past states. But since you're now choosing a different reality that is aligned with what you desire and with what you're manifesting, all this is becoming irrelevant. Anything that doesn't align with your desire, anything that doesn't sync with your desire, is now irrelevant. And that includes your circumstances, that includes what the 3D might be showing, that includes what other people say, what other people think. That includes your old story, that includes your old hurts perhaps, that includes your old perceptions, your old perspective around life, around yourself, around other people, around your relationship, around your SP, if you are manifesting a specific person, around money, around success, around health, or whatever it might be that you're manifesting. All of that, if it's reflecting things of the past, if it's reflecting who you used to be in the past, is not relevant anymore. Because now you're choosing a new version of yourself, you're choosing a new version of reality, and you're choosing a new story. So the only thing that's relevant to you, the only thing that is true to you, the only thing that constitutes your current reality is aligned with your desire, is centered around your desire. So you see what I mean when I say that your desire is your only reality and your desire is your only truth and everything else is irrelevant. I'm not just talking figuratively about that, I'm talking quite literally, you guys. If you have this desire, if you have decided to manifest this desire, if you know that your desire is done because you know that by virtue of having this desire, it is already yours, it is already done for you, and so the only thing you need to do is focus on it to bring it forth to your 3D, then that is the reality that you're choosing. That is the version that you're choosing. That is the story that you're choosing. And that means everything else is irrelevant. That includes the past. That includes things that people have done to you, or to be more exact, things that you perceive them to have done to you. That includes the way your relationships were in the past, romantic and non-romantic relationships. That includes all sorts of old stories. That includes all sorts of old circumstances. Even if they're still being reflected in the 3D, you know that by changing within, you know that by shifting who you are within, shifting your perceptions, shifting your assumptions, shifting your deep down expectations of any situation, all of this is now irrelevant. All of this has now nothing to do with who you are now. So why give them relevance? Why give them weight? Why give them focus and attention when it's in the past and when it doesn't align to who you are now, to who you want to be now, and what you want to be experiencing now. Your only reality and your only truth now is your desire. And all the things that are aligned with your desire, all the things that are centered around your desire, that means your thoughts, your assumptions, your expectations, your perceptions of yourself, of others, of situations, of your life, of your relationships, your feelings about things, what meaning you give to things and to situations that come up, what labels you attach to them, how you interpret them, how you respond to them or how you react to them, or ideally how you don't react to them, because as a conscious manifestor, you want to be responding to things rather than reacting. So your reality is now all these things. Your reality is no longer the past. Your reality is not even the 3D, the current 3D, if it's not yet reflecting what you want. You know that it's a matter of time, it's a matter of when, not if, for it to reflect what you want once you have genuinely shifted within. So why treat it as something of relevance? Why treat it as something of importance? Why treat it as something that is determining your mood, something that is determining what conclusions you draw about whether your manifestation is working or not? This belongs in the past. This is on its way to changing. So why stick to it? Why dwell on it? It's no longer relevant to you. It's no longer part of your reality. So let it go. Do yourself a favor and let it go. And realize that now that you are a conscious manifestor, now that you have decided what your desire is and that you want to experience it in the 3D, this is now your reality. This is now your truth. This is what's relevant to you. This and nothing more. Anything else from the past, from the present, if it's still not what you want, is not relevant to your reality. It's not your reality. So this is what I wanted to remind you guys today with this video, because this is one of the basic things, one of the fundamental things that we tend to forget quite a bit, because, I mean, we do live in a 3D world, I get that. We do get caught up in the 3D, but as conscious manifestors, we need to make it a lifestyle to actually prioritize our story, our version of the story, our version of reality as your truth and your reality. And those of you who have been manifesting for a while and you already presumably have some successes and you know how these things work and you have experience of how you can actually influence your life and shape your life based on your perceptions, based on your assumptions, based on the meaning you give to things, based on how you respond to things, based on your energy and your state, you know how this works and you have seen it in practice, you've seen it at work. And you know that it's not just figurative speech. You know that it's literal, you know that it's the truth. You know that where you put your consciousness is what you see more of. So do yourself a favor and make your desire your one and only reality and treat everything else as irrelevant. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.